Hi, I'm David Burkett, the convener of SNP Peterhead. Welcome to the fourth video in our Why Not Scotland series. We are often told by continuing to fight for independence that we are not respecting the will of the people in the first independence referendum, that we should just get over it and move on. There's just one problem with that argument, and it is that it's absolute rubbish. Now, in previous instalments, we've covered the democratic, historic and demographic arguments for IndyRef 2. Now we're going to pick apart the rhetoric surrounding this debate, and this week we will debunk the "now is not the timeline" that we've heard repeatedly. The result in the 2014 referendum was a crushing blow, and the independence cause could have been forgiven for never recovering from it. But we recovered. Holy moly, did we recover! I mean, just talking from an SNP standpoint, we took 56 out of 59 Scottish seats in the 2015 UK election, and we've won every election held since. At various stages since then, we've pushed for a second referendum, and the once-in-a-generation spiel that we debunked in the last video, when that fails to deter us, the next weapon in the arsenal of our unionist chums is, "Now is not the time." Theresa May was the first PM to say it when visiting Nicola Sturgeon in 2017. Boris Johnson was next after the 2019 general election. Liz Truss and Rishi Sunak are repeating it now. Now, we would concede that the height of the COVID pandemic absolutely wasn't the time to be having a referendum, hence preparation and talk of it was shelved. But in May 2021, the SNP, ably assisted by the Scottish Greens, won an independence referendum supporting majority in the Scottish election. And though flushed with victory, COVID was still with us and we had to be patient. Today, with most restrictions lifted and life returning to some semblance of normality, it was starting to look like now is the time. So the First Minister laid out her plans and sent her simultaneous Section 30 letter and submission of her case to the UK Supreme Court. And guess what? A Prime Minister with his coat in a sugary peg, clinging on to his job by his fingernails, still managed to find the time to parrot the same old spiel. Now is not the time. You see, folks, at the moment the line is, things are uncertain right now. Brexit, COVID, Ukraine, cost of living. So, because things are so bad, now is not the time. But if things in the UK ever improve, in the way things are going, that's a really big if, the line would then be, things are awesome right now. We're prospering. There's no wars or unrest. There's low unemployment. So, because things are so good, now is not the time. And as expected, when you reply, "Okay, when is the time?" the standard reply is, "Oh, it's not for us to tell you that." Now, if someone tells you you've got the timing wrong for something, but they're not willing to share the correct timing, then there are two possibilities. Number one, they're being stupid. Number two, they're being deliberately obtuse. Unfortunately, in this case, it's the latter. With the UK lurching ever further to the right, cut off from Europe and unable to get the better trade deals that were promised, and with Scotland on the precipice of a renewable energy revolution, now is the time for Scotland to get the leaders that Scots choose, for Scotland to chart a different path in the world, for Scotland to pivot to being a fair, green and progressive nation, for Scotland to re-establish our relationship with our friends in Europe, for Scotland to harness the vast potential in our green, renewable future. Now, this list could go on and on and on, but a couple of things are crystal clear. As Scotland prepares to be lumbered with yet another Tory Prime Minister we didn't and wouldn't vote for, and the Labour Party have abandoned the working people of Britain, sadly, the United Kingdom is now incapable of and has no vehicle towards meaningful change. So now is absolutely the time for independence. It's also the time for you to get your boots on and join us in the campaign. Cheers.